Welcome back to
The Too Many Words Podcast.
another episode, number 31. How many seconds did we make it before a cat got in here? 20? 21? Sweet. Anyways, yeah, we're coming at you with another episode of the Too Many Words Podcast, as said by the Deli Assistant Manager, the Patreon Director, the most handsome man in the Grimes area,
I'd argue.
Jordan Van Cleave.
That's me, JVC. I've also got Isaac William Joseph here with me. He's my co-host.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. He wants to be a writer. You should check him out.
Yeah. Why'd you say that?
What do you mean?
That's so thoughtful of you.
But
But you never say that.
I don't know. You did this weird intro for me, so I was like, I don't know. I gotta come up with something for him.
I don't know. I've just been really I've been daydreaming lately about occupations that I could have that is related to pro wrestling. Ring announcer is one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
You really do just go through these phases that are just like, they start out as just these little seeds, and then they keep blossoming into something, and then they die, and then you find another one.
Not true. Okay, I've been aspiring to be a writer since 2019. I do go on breaks. That's because nothing's my occupation yet.
That was a long one.
Dang it, Jordan.
What?
But it's all because, like, every other person I know is like, you know, Isaac, you could probably be a pro wrestler. Look at the size of that guy. He's kind of short. You could totally be a wrestler. And I'm like, no, I could not. Not in the slightest. But I'll definitely be someone's manager. Bro, let me put my mic skills to the test, baby. Oh, you think your guy's going to win? My guy's going to win. You know why? I don't know yet.
I think to be a wrestling manager, you gotta be like really fucking fat.
No, you just have to look like you don't wrestle.
Okay, yeah.
Or be a chick.
Yeah.
A lot of chicks that represent.
But also, there's a lot of really fat guys.
Yeah, Paul Heyman, Paul Bearer. Paul Heyman's the GOAT, actually. Paul Heyman is the best manager in the history of mankind. No doubt about that. But that is a perfect segue into, like, one of the things that I have bothered to talk about. But do you have anything that you want to talk about? Jordan.
These cats.
Yeah, we're just going to have to deal with this cat in this room.
No, like, there was the other one's right outside the door, and this one was like...
I wonder how many episodes in a row you're going to make it a point to be distracted by these cats.
I get distracted by cats very easily. Cats are very magnificent creatures.
Indeed. That's why I have so many at this stupid house.
She was going to jump up there, but then she decided against it.
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh, girl, do not mess up anything up there. She's like shadow boxing. Oh, you were a little late right there. She's gonna knock over that thing. Wait a second.
She was like, doing. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm done with her being a nuisance. But yeah. What do you want to talk about? What are you planning to talk about this week?
So I don't know.
Oh, we have an announcement. The Scaldstone Productions commercial is officially done, did, and made and edited. Yeah, get the hell out of here. And it's up. You might see it on socials. You might see it on our website, thescaldstone.com. But yeah, it's all done and did, and it's fantastic.
Connor just texted me. Just drove past your car. Lol. I'm like, an urban now? What? Anyways, I've been really busy, so the Patreon content has not been uploaded yet for our month 3.
Yeah. My personal rule on the Patreon stuff is that I just don't talk about it.
Okay.
You can talk about it.
I'm trying to get that uploaded as soon as I can. But
I didn't even know that there was March Patreon content.
Every month there's new content.
Well, yeah, but like I didn't know there was any.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of backlog.
Sweet.
You haven't made
Let's Get Graphic? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Because
So-
I thought we were just done with the Patreon for a while.
What? Why? Why would you think
Because
that?
we are performing for absolutely nobody.
Okay, so what is your number one fucking rule? Huh? What is your number one rule?
What is my number one rule?
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
That is not very consistent, you fuck.
I gotta play with my priorities. I'm a busy man.
No.
I have thought about it. I think I'll do it.
You think?
Yeah, I think I'll do it. But Jordan, you have nothing in particular to talk about this week?
No, I do.
Then let's get to it.
I was literally just fucking talking about it, okay? Can you be a little less of an asshole,
Well,
please?
you brought up Patreon and then...
Yeah. Sorry, someone was texting me.
Okay.
Do you want me to not respond to them? Is that what you want?
During the podcast, yes.
How about you go fuck off?
Oh, what are you telling me to leave?
Yeah, right now.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. No.
Okay.
But I will respond to someone if they text me. I will not respond to someone's call, though.
You want to at least turn your phone off?
Connor says, hi, podcast. Hi, Isaac.
You know what I've said to people in the past?
What?
Tell Simon to screw off.
Yeah, I know.
Tell Connor I love him. Not right now. Oh my goodness.
Isaac says he loves you.
That's fine.
Also, I've been tweaking with my computer a bit, so I was a little late to... I guess not. Actually, I ended up still being really ahead because I finished next week's episode already.
Dope.
Yeah, it was 75% done when I left. So like rendering. So yeah, that'll be done by the time I get home. That'll be uploaded. I got to trim the clap out of the audio for you still before I upload it to the drive, but
Okay.
excuse me again. But yeah, that'll be coming. But I've been tweaking around my PC. I was worried that the episode was going to be late. Connor says, I yelled I love you as I drove by.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
But I was... So I had a laptop that I bought. I was gifted for Christmas. I don't know, in probably 2009? No. It was after that, much after that. It was 2012, 2013, something like that. Anyways, I used that for a long time. I played video games on it and stuff. It was pretty beefy for the time when it came out. So it could run most games at like medium settings. So that was pretty cool. I feel like you're very not interested about this right now.
I got hung up on the year 2009.
Why?
There's teenagers that were born in 2009.
Yeah.
Whack.
But I actually got it in like I said 2012 or 2013. I can't remember exactly which. I was a little few years off. 2009 was the year I moved in with my dad the first time. But anyways, I had this laptop. It came with Windows 8 installed on it, and I used that. I literally used that laptop up until about 2020. I didn't use it as often, but I did use it. Over the years, it was upgraded to Windows 8.1, and then it was upgraded to Windows 10. But then I built my PC in 2020 when what we call the Trump money, aka the first stimulus check for the COVID relief fund,
Trump money,
came out. I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this.
What are you
I
gonna do
was
with it?
fortunate enough to be still working because I worked in retail.
Yeah.
So I still got my normal paychecks every week. And this was literally just extra money for me. So I built a PC with it.
Nice.
But in doing so, I forgot that I could just take the Windows installation from my laptop and put it onto my PC. So I had been running with a illegitimate copy of Windows this entire time. Turns out you can't actually do that, but you also actually can. That's very confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But before I had been screwing with it, I did take the hard drive out of that laptop, put it into my PC, and transferred all my data, and then I wiped that drive, and it had been in my PC ever since. It was just an extra storage drive that I had. It only had 500 gigabytes on it, so it wasn't a lot. But, it was just a little extra storage that I used for a few things here and there. But then I had this smart idea. What if I tried to reinstall Windows on it by throwing it back into that old laptop? Because I still have it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, for the longest time, I thought I was just screwed. I thought, I was just gone. But no, I created this
Nice
Windows...
burp.
Excuse me. I created this Windows recovery tool, which essentially works as like an installation CD disk for Windows. It's a flash drive. I put on a flash drive, and you just plug it into the computer. But then you put in the old drive, and it'll register or recognize that everything is stock and as it originally was, and it'll just reinstall Windows for you. And it'll be like it's a brand new laptop.
Wonderful.
It still ran like crap. Like absolute doggy doo.
Why is it doggy doo?
Because it's a decade old laptop. Yeah, and then I used for a long time, and I beat the shit out of. So, yeah. Anyways, I then took that reinstallation of Windows, and I put the hard drive back into my PC. This was just recently I did this because I had actually done the reinstallation of Windows a few weeks ago. But then I put the hard drive back into my PC and tried to boot from it. It was a little bit tricky to get to it, but it actually ended up working. The reason why I did this, all of this,
Yes.
the reinstallation of Windows, is because I bought a Windows key from someone on G2A. I don't know if you're familiar with G2A.
Not at all.
Really? It's actually kind of surprising.
Is it that surprising? You said
No,
I don't
like
know
it
if you're
actually
familiar.
is. Because that's like one of the number one video game currency places that you get for
I know GTA.
you can get a Megalodon shark card there for $60.
Really?
That's like the $100 one.
Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes they're fake. Sometimes they're scams. They have upped their game drastically since I last used them. So they have a full return and rebate policy now. You will get your full money back if you contact the seller and they don't respond to you or don't help you in any way in 7 days. So you get your entire money back.
After 7 days, that's
Yeah.
a pay period.
Yeah, it is. But
That could have been a gas tank.
anyways, I bought this key. It didn't work, so I contacted the dude. He never got back to me, even to now.
This douchebag.
But we'll get to that.
Okay.
So the key didn't work. I did the hard drive. I put it in there. I got it to work. I was booting my PC with a legitimate copy of Windows, and it was registering and recognizing that. But it was super duper slow because of this old hard drive that it isn't up to par with what I was using already. I was just going to try to make do and maybe try to transfer the installation to my old drive, the one that's better and faster. But I switched back to booting to said old drive, and I discovered that the seller... Okay. I discovered that the seller of that key had actually fixed it, and now I have a full legitimate copy of Windows 10 Edition Pro on my PC, and I didn't even actually have to take anything from my old laptop. So right now the plan is to take that drive back out, slap it back in my laptop, and see what happens. But that's a lot more work because while also doing this, I completely rewired my PC. I repathed everything, and it was a hassle. Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up. It was not fun. Made my brain hurt. But yeah, that's kind of how my past few days have gone.
I'm glad that your friends who listen to this podcast will understand the damn thing that you just said.
Yeah, I know you have no idea.
I'm glad that
said.
1% of our audience will enjoy what has been said in the last 5 minutes thoroughly.
And I feel like your Nana's pretty smart.
No, Nana is pretty smart, but like computer content.
I think she'll understand every word I just said.
I mean, I feel like there's a difference between understanding it and enjoying it. I know what 2 + 2 means. You want me to do that for 5 minutes?
That's funny.
I'm just kidding.
You're funny.
Yeah.
You're
Wouldn't be
funny.
the first time I regretted asking you what you did this week. I'm just kidding. Have you ever, like, since we record on Fridays, have you ever, like, done something on a Saturday that is very significant and that you wanted to talk about on the podcast and it feels like so long ago that you almost think that that it was like last week, but it was just the first day after recording?
No.
Well, I do. I went to pro wrestling last Saturday with my buddies Mason and Marcellus. Shout out to Reigning and Defending Podcast. The boys will be here in this studio on Monday. The episode will already be out to you listeners. But Marcellus and Mason are coming to the studio to talk about said independent wrestling night. So I'm not going to go into every detail on this episode, but if you want to hear more of this story, go to Reigning and Defending episode 12. I don't know what it's going to be titled yet, but it's probably going to be titled pretty cool wrestling stuff. Yeah. Anyways, Jordan, you have any questions out the gate?
Was there anyone that like was actually famous there?
Yes, a small handful actually.
Was there anyone actually cares about there?
So you would actually have to be a real wrestling fan to know quite a few of these names. And then, I don't know, maybe a formerly real wrestling fan. Or just an old person to know one of their names. So I met Nash Carter. Nash Carter was on NXT for a time. And he's now going by the performance name of Zachary Wentz. Zachary Wentz is awesome because...
For whence he came.
What?
For whence he came.
Yeah, you dork. You see, this is not my first independent wrestling event, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw him perform last time, and I did not know who this man was, but I was like, that guy in the green, he looks legit. He's doing very good. And then from then on, I decided to think that he's pretty cool. And I told him mostly everything I just told you now. When I walked in through the gate, I immediately looked for him, be like, what's up, man? I really liked how you did last time. And so, yeah, I'll be backing you tonight. He's like, oh, that's cool. And I said, I noticed that you have an action figure of yourself. How much? And then he said how much. And then he signed it. And I got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it out there?
Yeah, it's actually in my collection. Should I bring it in here?
Yeah.
Yeah! Jordan, say something funny.
The Too Many Words podcast is a sham. That's not very funny. I'm just kidding. That's not true at all either. I don't know. I don't have anything for this. Like, I want to say something. I said something pretty good last time. Windows, siding, and doors. Suburban construction. You're taking a really long time for this. I think he had to go all the way
I had
upstairs.
to wait for the projector screen to go up. So yeah.
Oh, it's an Elite Series too.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that he was in the company long enough to get an Elite Series figure. I don't quite remember why he's not on NXT anymore. It's for political shit that happened like more than a decade ago, probably. But yeah, Zachary Wentz, formerly known as Nash Carter. Now he actually might revive his career one day. But for now, he's doing pretty awesome in the indies.
How much did that cost you?
Too much. Here you go. Not an amazing amount of money, because, you know.
I'm gonna guess 60 to 80 bucks.
Nope.
More or less?
Less.
Really?
Yeah.
Less than 80 or less than 60?
Less than 60.
Really?
Yeah.
40 then?
50.
Okay.
$50. One might say that is too much money, but this is more of like a...
Well, aren't the Elite Series 30 bucks?
The Elite Series is $25.
So you just paid twice the price? Yeah, I think that's valid, honestly.
Yeah.
For a signed one?
See, some might say that that's not a good deal, but this isn't really in the collection for retail purposes. This is a memento.
Mm-hmm.
This is a personal piece. And he, in the main event, it was a triple threat tag team match. That means it's a tag team versus a tag team versus a tag team. And it was for the Wrestling Revolver Tag Team Championships. And I didn't think that they were going to be written out to win that night. But they did freaking win. And I was so happy. Because Mason and Marcellus were rooting for these other douchebags. And I got to stunt on them the rest of the night.
Why'd you pause so much after saying douchebags? Did you feel bad for saying douchebags?
I kind of felt bad because Mason and Marcellus did meet them, and they seemed pretty cool. I actually have one of their stickers on this computer right now.
Goofy.
Yeah. His name is Chris Bay.
Chris Bay?
Yeah.
Chris Bay,
and his
okay.
tag team partner is Ace Austin. Ace Austin is a pretty awesome name, not gonna lie. But, yeah. The Rascals with Zachary Wentz won, and, yeah. Super happy about that. After the show, you know, things scatter and stuff, right? And I walk up back to his booth, and I'm like, hey, man, I only take pictures of the winners. So, what do you think? He's like, you know what? Since you bought my figure earlier, you get a picture for free. And so, yeah, that picture is on my Instagram. To go check me out. I_William Joseph. Spelled Joseph correctly. I don't know. Figure that out yourself. But, yeah. He was pretty legit. And, yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. That was like a personal, special connection. I mean, he might disagree, but for me, that was fun. That was really fun. Other people, I didn't exactly meet him because I didn't really care. But John Morrison was there. A lot of people in our age group will know who John Morrison is. He was there. I don't know.
He was there. I don't know.
He was like the special ex-WWE guy performing there. And so, yeah, his name was Johnny Revolver for the night because that's like his gimmick is he, other than on WWE where he's John Morrison, every other promotion he's been on, he's Johnny and then whatever promotion it is. So, like Johnny Nitro or Johnny Impact or Johnny Elite for AEW, you know. So yeah, I almost got a spot to talk to him afterward, but this was like almost an hour after the show, and he was trying to get out of there, and so like I didn't want to really bother him, so Yeah, I didn't really try that hard. Mason did, though. He was actually being very pushy in a conversation that he was already in, and like being very rude. And oh my goodness, I could go on and on and on and on about how Mason was. There was a girl in the ring. Did I tell you this? There was a girl in the ring. And he shouts, "Show us your tits!"
Mason is that guy.
Dude, that can get you in serious trouble these days.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to elaborate on it more on the Reigning and Defending podcast with Mason and Marcellus. But yeah, that... Mason, he was for most of the night pretty annoying as he usually is. But that moment I was like, that is not okay.
Did you, like, smack him or something for saying that?
No, I kind of just did a face palm and wished I wasn't next to him.
I would have been like, bro, what the fuck?
So yeah. I also met Lex Luger. Now, Lex Luger, a lot of people should know if you're a wrestling fan, is a WWE Hall of Famer legend. So this man has, he's already put his career out there. He was there in the golden age with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. Lex Luger, he's kind of like in the one of those in-between guys. Like, he came slightly after those guys, So, like, in the era of, like, Razor Ramon and Diesel and stuff like that. Or at least that's my impression of him anyways. But yeah, I got to meet him. Fun fact, Jordan, he, along with Bret Hart, Bret Hart, are the only people to tie at a Royal Rumble. And I asked him about it. I was like, what was that like? He's like, this is actually one of my favorite moments of the night to get some actual insight from a WWE legend, which was, he's like, it was really... That's all we could think about near the end there. It was like, it had to be perfect, so we were super worried about it. Because, like, he was implying you had to nail falling in a way that it had to look like a tie. And you can't exactly practice a fall, especially if you do it too many times. You're going to bust up a shoulder or something like that. So, yeah, he said it was really nerve-wracking near the end of that. And it was just really cool hearing from, like, a noble old guy like that. Because if anybody knows Lex Luger's history, it's a rocky one. But, he's kind of like a nice old man now at this point. And I really loved talking to him. All I wanted was a picture. I didn't really ask for an autograph or anything. I was just like, hey, man.
Does he have an action figure?
He does. He actually has... He had quite a few earlier this year in stores.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's just I don't like his figure though. If they had come out with like a different figure, I just wasn't a fan of the figure that came out this year. I probably would have bought a better looking figure and then had him sign it. That would have been really cool. WWE Hall of Famer. Legend.
I'm actually looking at the Hall of Fame right now.
For WWE?
Well, I mean, it starts with WWF, but yeah.
Yeah. Really? What made you do that?
Well, you were bringing up the Hall of Fame, and I was like, who else is on there?
Oh, it's a long list.
Yeah.
Super long list.
I was like, it seems like it should be a pretty,
exclusive club?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not at all. The Great Khali is in it. Dude.
Hey, he's
awful.
Fucking massive, though.
Yeah, but, like, that's all he is. That's all he was. He's just a big dude. A big dude.
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Why? Because...
He just went around going all the time. He didn't even move his face. He just looked like that constantly.
With the butt chin. With the protruding butt chin.
Like, there's this meme of him in this, like, hot tub or something that has, like, a waterfall on it. It's like when gamers look for loot behind the waterfall, but there isn't any, and he's just like, they're like,
I'm surprised you actually know the Great Khali.
Oh yeah, no, I love him, dude. He's fucking funny. He was in the Get Smart remake movie with
Cool. But yeah, that was like the
Steve
highest
Carell.
points in the night for me. Yeah, that's all that really mattered from that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, my time with Zachary Wentz and talking to Lex Luger. Those were the real highlights of the night. I mean, the John Morrison match was pretty alright. Oh yeah, we also saw Kushida perform.
Who?
Kushida is a
What was his
very
name in the WWE days?
John
Luger.
Morrison,
No, Lex Luger's.
Lex Luger.
Because he's not coming up in the
Is
Hall
he?
of Fame
Oh
search.
wait, is he not a Hall of Famer?
Let's see.
He's definitely considered a legend.
Do you
He
know
was in
what-
their
what-
Legends line.
Do you know what class? What, like,
Absolutely
what
not.
year he was inducted?
Just type in. You know what? I'll do it. Is Lex Luger a Hall of Famer? Let's see. On September 22nd, 2007, Luger was inducted to the XWF, later Legends Pro Wrestling's Hall of Fame. So it looks like he's not exactly...
Why Lex Luger will not be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I am looking at the same exact article. Lex Luger will not be inducted into the 2012 WWE Hall of Fame this year, along with the Four Horsemen, because of his involvement with the tragic death of Elizabeth. That's exactly what I was worried about. That's probably... I'm like, it's probably what happened. Don't really want to talk that bad about Luger in the same episode that I was praising him. But there was a time where he was on some pretty hard drugs.
Weren't we all?
And he was dating Elizabeth, the famous valet of Macho Man. But, after her and Macho Man split up, Lex Luger and her were an item. And, yeah, a lot of drugs. And she eventually overdosed, and that's what killed her. And a lot of people like to blame him for that. And,
Isn't
yeah.
that exactly what killed Macho Man?
No, Macho Man got into a car accident.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually quite tragic because, you hate it when drugs or car accidents or something like that could have been, like, avoided happen,
Macho Man had a baseball career?
Really?
Yeah. Savage was signed with the St. Louis Cardinals
That's super cool,
as a
actually.
catcher right out of high school.
Right in the era where you could take steroids. Insane. But, yeah. I mean, there was this stand where they sold, like, a bunch of WWE figures, and, you know my hobby, so I got a couple of those.
Nice.
Um,
Who'd you get?
I got a John Cena for the John Cena collection.
Nice.
I wanted to actually, looking back, I should have gotten this other John Cena because it's actually really cool. But I also got this Ultimate Warrior figure that I had been looking at for like months now, and he's now sitting on the shelf.
Nice.
Yeah, it's my favorite Ultimate Warrior figure out of like all the Warrior figures. So,
That's cool.
yeah. It's got a really nice box too.
That's cool. I like that.
But yeah. Any other questions, thoughts, stuff like that?
What is one WWE person, wrestler, that you really, really want to get a figure of that you don't?
That I don't right now?
Like one of those characters that there's not many of him, but like there's this one that you really, really want.
Okay, well, I don't know if I can have an answer for that right now, but I do know that I want the Slim Jim Macho Man figure, and that's quite a lot right now, but I feel like that would be like a must-have for a collection. But at the same time, what is a figure that I want that I don't have right now? I've been looking for... I mean, there's that Jake the Snake that's on Mattel Creations right now. That's a really nice one. I've been trying to like amp up my Ruthless Aggression and Attitude Era collection. Like I've been looking for Stone Cold Steve Austin's. I mean, not looking. It's just I intend to have like a Stone Cold Steve Austin or a Bret Hart. I'm not crazy about the Rock figures. The Rock figures look boring. You know why? Because the Rock looks boring.
It does. Looks the same.
He's just a dude in some black trunks, and that's pretty much it. And depending on the box, he's got a fancy shirt and sunglasses on, and then, you know.
Is there any female wrestlers that you want to get a figure of?
Raquel Rodriguez, it's just that her current Elite figure looks absolutely disgusting.
I'm looking at that one right now, actually.
Raquel Rodriguez, she is like one of my favorite divas right now.
What looks so bad about it?
She looks gothic, and that's not at all what she is.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of people that should look gothic, though, is Rhea Ripley. I should get a Rhea Ripley figure. She is one of my favorites. I should get a Becky Lynch figure.
There's a tag team, there's a Wesley and Nash Carter. It's not a 2-pack, but you buy them each separate, but they got the same outfit on.
Yeah, for those Elite Series.
Mm-hmm.
How much is that right now?
They're $23 each.
Are you on eBay right now?
No, I'm on Mattel Creations.
Oh.
I love that place.
It's funny how they're selling those right now.
Why?
Just didn't know. But yeah, Wesley, he's doing pretty all right on NXT still.
Bianca Belair. Charlotte Flair.
I'm not a fan of Charlotte Flair at all, in the slightest.
Shotzi. That one looks fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, she is.
That's sold out though.
That's her first action figure.
Is it?
Yeah, Shotzi's first action figure. Yes.
Is she pretty new?
New to me. I haven't. I mean, she's been around for a couple years now, but like, you could still say she's new.
If she's less than 5 years in the series, then she's new.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's also a box. There's one at the Target right now of hers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Doudrop, Alexa Bliss.
Dewdrop, and she doesn't even go by Dewdrop anymore. That was such a stupid era. Such a stupid era. Her real name's Piper Niven. Thank God she's back to Piper Niven. But they're not even doing anything with her anymore right now. Or anyways, you know. What?
No, yeah, that's funny. You're not even doing it. Anyway. Do you have the Ultimate Edition Bray Wyatt Fiend?
I've been looking for one. See, there's 2 Ultimate Edition Fiends. And then there's one where he can swap out the sleeves because of it's his jacket.
Yeah.
And then there's this other one where he has the Fiend belt. I want the Fiend with the Fiend belt. And all I can do is run into the other one.
Yeah, they got the other one on Mattel Creations.
So, you know, I have that Fiend in box on the shelf right now. That's getting opened as soon as I get the Ultimate Edition one.
Let's check this out here. What is the Fiend belt?
It's a belt with the Fiend's face on it.
Here's the Fiend with his lantern. That's a dude's head.
Oh, that's Bray Wyatt's head. It's kayfabe.
Okay. What is this one? This one looks new. Burnt Fiend.
Oh.
What is Burnt Fiend?
Yeah.
Explain that.
I don't
one a
like
little
that one at all.
bit. No?
No, not in the slightest.
You want to talk about it though? Like what is that?
So there was a storyline with him and Randy Orton.
Okay.
Right before WrestleMania a couple years ago. And Randy Orton set him on fire during a match. And then he came back all burnt up and stuff, and he was super hella messed up. And Mattel was like, yes. And I don't know why, because it does not look good. It is not a cool looking figure. Maybe if you really appreciated that storyline, especially if you're a big Randy Orton fan.
I think it's different. Like it's a different approach,
It is a different approach.
Different.
But like it just looks disgusting to me. Maybe if I'm like a Bray Wyatt completionist, I would get that.
You're not, but you know.
I mean, a part of me wants to be, but
I'm trying to find this one you're talking about, but I'm not seeing it.
here, I bet I could find it. You're not even looking at wrestling figure database.
No, just Google.
You freaking stooge.
You're a stooge. Look at him. Like, just look at his face. It's such a stooge. A stoogey stooge.
Boom. There we go. This one.
Oh, it's like exactly the same. Just.
It's got the belt.
Okay, and look, there it is right there.
Yeah. Pretty sick.
$27 on Ringside Collectibles.
Yeah. Thing is, though, I just want to find it in person. Like, if I wanted to just wait for these things in the mail, I'd be purchasing these things all the time.
There's the actual belt.
Yeah. I have no interest in actually, like, buying the replica belt.
Why?
I thought it was stupid. Not gonna lie.
Then why do you want this Fiend action figure belt so bad?
Because the other one looks just kind of basic to me.
Well, it's got different arms. It's more than like any other figure ever gets.
I mean, that's what Edge gets.
You're about to get kissed in the mouth.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's there's like this defining moments Bret Hart figure. That's what the line is called, defining moments. It's Bret Hart with the Canadian flag, and I think it's the coolest looking figure. So he's up there. In Attitude Era, Stone Cold is up there. A Jake the Snake Roberts. That Jake the Snake Roberts is up there. And then, like, you know how I have, like, that small plastic Jake the Snake? I want, like, a Hulk Hogan one. A part of me wants to, like, complete the set of, like, those small guys from the 1990s.
I thought you had the Hulk. Oh, no, that's like a...
I have an Ultimate Warrior one.
Oh, the thumb wrestler.
Oh, the thumb wrestler one? Yeah, that one's kind of dumb. But it came from my papa. It came from my papa, and I really appreciate it, and I take good care of it.
That was kind of dumb.
It's only dumb because it just doesn't fit in with anything else.
Do those other ones have, like, posability to them?
Slight.
Okay, so they're like these retro figures that are on Mattel Creations right now.
Sure.
Like
Probably.
They're a 4-pack bundle. They look like they're typically about $60.
They look like McDonald's toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've only got 8 different ones. Nope. There's 2 more. So they got a Mr. T, whoever that is. Let's see. Let's take a look.
Whoever Mr. T is?
No, the next guy on the list. So it would be Rowdy Roddy Piper, Cowboy Bob Orton, Mr. T, and Mean Gene Okerlund. That's set 1. And then they have set 2, which is which will be Bret Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Jimmy Hart, and Nikolai Volkov.
Jordan?
What?
I'm going to bring up something that makes me super nervous.
Okay.
Because I've actually been thinking about it for a minute now.
Okay. Are you going to say it or not?
I don't know.
Can I read this last list of people here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this last set is Lex Luger,
Yep.
Greg the Hammer Valentine, Doink the Clown,
He's got an ultimate too.
and Tugboat. I'm familiar with Tugboat, but
Doink's ultimate is hilarious.
let me look at it. Let me look at it. Doink the Clown ultimate.
Doink?
That's a throwback. Why does he look like that?
He's just got a big hammer.
I'm seriously considering marrying Hannah.
Okay.
How is that not a big deal?
We've been saying this for a long time now.
Yeah, as a joke.
I was never joking.
I don't know. Part of me just lately has been like,
Let's just do it. That kind of happens.
I'm finally just crossing the river of this could actually be a real thing. Like, I've always wanted to get married. You know, I've always dated for the sake of eventually getting married to someone.
There's this thing that several older people have told me about, and like you see it all over TV and whatnot, and TV shows and movies. But apparently there's this thing in your 20s where if you're in a relationship, you're like, fuck it, let's just get married. And it's really 50-50 on whether or not that's a good idea or a bad idea.
Well, that's because 50% of America is divorcees.
Yes.
But it also is making me ask a lot more of the important questions. Like where her faith is.
Well, she goes to church with you, doesn't she?
Yeah, but like, I'm going to need to see a little bit more from her like that.
Really?
Mainly because she thinks Dad's kind of like a nut when he talks about the Bible and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because it's coming from a mouth that she doesn't really appreciate.
Probably.
But like, what I really appreciate is that when I do talk, like a lot of the times we'll be talking about God and religion when we're just laying in bed about to go to sleep. And I know that's ironic, you know, sharing a bed before marriage, but I can double down on something my dad said and then like explain it in a way that she understands.
Mm-hmm.
And she almost never contests what I have to say about it. I actually really appreciate that. It also really honors Gary's theory and how the man of the house should be the source of your faith. Like, he should be the teacher. The Bible says that the father should be the teacher. I mean, I'm not against the mom being the teacher, you know, at all. Like, I don't. Honestly, most of the women in my life have been the sources of faith, you know. But when I talk about God, Hannah listens.
Mm-hmm.
And I take that I really appreciate that, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I can make some things make sense for her in a certain way. But yeah. It's just weird because, like, when you're actually considering marrying someone, a lot of other questions pop up in your head.
Yeah.
Like, how we would be if we lived together.
I mean,
I'm not the cleanest fellow, but I cannot marry another person who is dirty, you know? Like, I cannot...
I'd argue that you guys almost do. She spends more time here than she does her own apartment.
Not true. She's gone during the week because of her overnight work. So we've only been seeing
a lot of time here.
We've only been seeing her on the weekends here. And
either way,
you might think so because you're only here on the weekends to record.
That's true. But even if it's just the weekends, 3 out of 7 days is still a decent chunk of change.
Yeah. Yeah. My only thing is that I will not live with her until we're married. But then she's also like, well, we have to live together to see if... That's like one of the defining things is if you can stand to live with somebody.
I agree in that.
I agree too, and it's also something that I used to really stand by. But I don't know, something about me grew up a little bit and thought, that's not really biblical. It isn't.
I mean, I don't know. How is it not?
you can't share a bed. I mean, we're already breaking that.
I don't think that's exactly what it says.
I think yeah, there's things in the Bible that say that. I could probably just like look that up, but
I'm gonna take your word for it. But
yeah, we're not gonna.
I'm pretty sure it's more literal in the sense of like just premarital sex and like a bunch of stuff along that line. But,
See,
you know.
I'm trying to think back to what Gary said, and there's a lot of things that Gary enforced because, like, there's a lot of things that Gary enforced against because that would be sinful if they were allowed to. But at the same time, there was a lot of other things that Gary enforced against because it would be 2 or 3 steps away from things being sinful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like...
I mean, one thing I want to think about would be like Zach and Sarah. Don't they live together now?
I don't know their situation in the slightest.
I'm pretty sure they live together now.
Heck if I know. But,
they're engaged. That's how I do know.
they are engaged. Cool thing about that. But, yeah. I just don't want our, like, if we live together, I don't want our house to be super dirty. That's like one of the main concerns. Like I used to make the joke, like, Hannah, we cannot get married until we are self-sufficient and not being dirty all the time.
It's just because both of you work, or in your case, work and school. You guys do so much other shit that you don't have time to really, you know.
Yeah, I really got to clean up this studio.
I think it looks pretty good right now.
The studio isn't exactly dirty. It's just that I always just have stuff all the time. You know. What are we calling this episode?
I don't know. That's for you to figure out.
Okay.
You figure that out.
Marriage concerns with Lex Luger.
Time. But okay. Wrestling and computers.
I'll probably just title this one Pro Wrestling. And
Oh.
computers. Unless you want to talk about giraffes all of a sudden or something like that.
I mean, Let's Game It Out likes giraffes.
Yeah, dude. You know what? It's been a minute since I've watched any of his episodes. I bet I got quite a bit now that I can catch up with.
He took a bit of a break.
He did?
He's only uploaded like 3.
That's depressing. Well, Jordan, I had some other subjects, but we can just skip that.
I mean, if they're quick, we can go over them.
Okay, Jordan, what are you doing during spring break?
Spring break? I'm working.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Spring break isn't that real.
Did you see my Facebook post?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. For anybody listening, I posted about holiday breaks during college are so weird because, like, yeah, I don't get to go to school, or I don't have to go to school, but, like, I still have to work throughout the week, and, like, it's basically my life just 7 months ago. Yeah, them holidays breaks, they hit different. You're gonna have a hard time with my audio this episode, by the way.
Why?
The sound waves are very big. But you know what I'm gonna do during spring break still?
What's that?
Well, I hardly ever plan for this, but I plan on binging the crap out of video games when I can this week, because a new game called WWE 2K23 is coming out on March 12th, and I'm super excited about it because it's all things John Cena, and John Cena was my entire childhood, so yeah, we get to do that. And yeah, if you check in on any of my free time during spring break week, I'll probably be doing that. And I'll probably be doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'll be doing Valheim. No doubt about that either.
Think so?
Oh yeah. I better get
Did
back
you check
into
it out on
Viking
Xbox?
Minecraft, baby. What?
Did you check it out on Xbox?
No, I had not.
No.
I just took your word for it.
I wanted to verify it to make sure that it was actually
See, I don't want to download it until I get WWE 2K on there first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that is priority for me. Sorry, baby.
What a loser. Look at this loser.
Hey, man.
Prioritizing wrestling.
I need
Over Vikings.
I need you and all of our friends to come over so they can make themselves for this game. Wouldn't that be the coolest, seeing our characters through the years?
Nah.
No? Why not?
No, it would be. I think that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. I mean, so far, once we make myself and yourself on this newest game, our characters will be across 3 different games. What do you think about that?
I think that would be... I mean, that'd be at least kind of neat. I think we can...
That would be like character evolution, like in real life, people.
Can you, like, import characters at all?
From past designs?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do that.
No, I mean, like, do that and have that be, like, alternate costumes. Like, you know how Hulk Hogan has different eras?
Yeah.
But, like, we have our own different eras. Like, we have WWE 2K20, whatever.
We could probably just do our best to duplicate.
That's, yeah. That's probably, honestly,
But yeah,
a better idea.
I like to see my friends get into a different mindset after a whole year of, not having to make a new character, and then see how they change for a while. But hey, let's get to our closing notes, Jordan.
Okay. I want.
Oh wait, no! Wait! What did we learn this week? Jordan's taking a sip of his Gatorade. You're so gross.
Brie cheese is not wash right.
Whatever that means. Explain
Actually,
what
no,
that
I
means.
think it is. No. Parmesan cheese is not wash right. There we go.
I don't know what that means at all, but yeah.
Gotta be a cheese man. Alright, go ahead with your closer.
What did I learn this week? There's a lot of vending machines at my college, and I bought some meat sticks out of there.
Meat sticks?
Yeah.
What brand?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But there was some meat sticks, and sure, we've all known that it's common knowledge that vending machine prices are a little up there.
Yeah.
But there was 4 meat sticks in this package. You know how much it cost me?
If it's more than $3,
It was $4. A meat stick, $1.
I was about to be like, if it's like $6, I would just punch the vending machine.
Broke into it. Oh man. But yeah, I learned that a meat stick is $1 at my vending machines, college vending machine. But hey, Jordan, what's the question for this episode?
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Who's your favorite wrestler?
I think that's a good question.
Actually, let's answer that live because that can apply to us. What is your favorite all-time wrestler, Jordan? You piece of trash!
Can't see me. He can't see me. I don't have to answer. I mean,
Piece of
I don't really know. I mean, he wants me to answer Stone Cold Steve Austin because my middle name is Austin and it's directly named after Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sure, I think he's a great character and whatnot. But I don't know if I'd say he's my favorite. I don't really have an answer for that, to be honest.
Jordan,
with
do you want to watch WrestleMania with my friends?
No,
At all.
I don't enjoy watching wrestling.
Okay. My favorite all-time wrestler is easily John Cena.
Yeah, we know.
Like, easily John Cena.
Yeah,
Like, there's been times in my life where it's like, nah, my favorite's like Randy Orton or Hulk Hogan or
Randy
Bray
Orton's pretty
Wyatt.
great though.
And those guys are all awesome and deserve to be on my favorites list. But John Cena really is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of guy.
Yeah,
Honestly.
though, like Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, unmatched creativity, okay? If this was like a most creative wrestler competition, Bray Wyatt by a freaking mile, okay? He is amazing. He is unstoppable. He refuses to quit. He's amazing. He's a great storyteller, and that's what I appreciate about him.
Oh yeah.
But right now they're doing absolutely nothing with him ever since he came back, and I am super sad about it. With that said,
He's
my
still
favorite
plotting and planning.
my favorite current wrestler is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is like the ultimate
Yes,
wrestler
I think that's the
right
cringiest
now.
shit. I'm gonna be honest with
Seth
you.
freaking Rollins.
That is the cringiest shit I've ever
Why?
heard. Who cares? Why you gotta say frickin'?
Because
you're not that big a deal.
It's a PG-13 show.
No, okay. Same effect would be fucking. I mean, Seth fucking Rollins. Oh, who cares?
I mean, have you ever heard that joke like take your name and your last name, put motherfucking in between it, and it's like the coolest thing ever?
Yes, it's a common movie trope.
Yeah.
Do I think that's still cringy? Yes. You said it yourself. We're the Guardians of the freaking Galaxy. No, cringy.
Well, they don't even say that in that line.
Yeah, they do.
No, it's you said it yourself, bitch. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. Why would you throw an effing in the middle of like the freaking title name, introduction?
Either way, it's cringe. I don't like it.
Well, anyways, we have an audience size of 7, as said by Anchor. We still have 30 Spotify follows. Guys, listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts, and give us 5 stars. If you're watching, obviously you don't need help finding our YouTube. It's Scald Stone Productions. But hey, I'm not gonna take all this time in plugging our socials. I think it gets really confusing saying, "Oh, this one is this name and this one is this name," because we don't obviously have a unanimous handle for everything.
I tried.
But find all of our socials, okay, on thescaldstone.com.
Thescaldstone.com.
Okay? Everything we exist on can be found on thescaldstone.com.
Thescaldstone.com.
You can go to thescaldstone.com and learn
Thescaldstone.com.
a little bit about Jordan and I, just a little bit more. And since we don't have to say all the plugs for our podcasts in our company, Jordan, I think it's about time we start plugging ourselves.
I don't want to plug myself.
Okay, well, you can find me at _William Joseph on Instagram. And my OnlyFans is Rick Swordfire.
You can find me right here on Too Many Words Podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, you're pointing. Okay, I was like, what are you doing?
Wonderful, baby.
All right. Anything else? Any new Instagram followers?
No.
That's great. Yay.
It's fine.
I love that.
Hey, you said that
we need to
you said that 2023 was going to be a slow year for us. We're going to blow up in 2024. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think we need to get ads out though.
Yeah, start paying
Like
for
real
ads on
ads.
Instagram and Facebook.
Not just that. I mean like paper ads or something like that. I think the idea you had at school was great, but someone took it down. That's why you got to spray paint it on the wall.
I think we need to print 2,000 stickers and just start putting that shit on stop signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
What crime is that called?
I don't think that'd be any of them. They're just
No.
stickers.
What do you get for face
It'd be
spray paint?
vandalism, but
Vandalism. Yeah. Pound it. Yeah. Let's vandalize every stop sign within a 10-mile fucking radius, dog.
there's that Starbucks that's I think over there by the Windsor Heights Walmart. That if you go through the drive-thru on it, their drive-thru's just sticker bombed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
There's a couple stop signs that will always have a sticker on it.
Starbucks.
Stickers. Starbucks. Where?
Right by the Windsor Heights Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
What part of the Starbucks?
Drive-thru.
Like-
See, I was just talking directly to this man. He did not register a single fucking word I said.
It's because I'm actually diagnosed with ADHD, Jordan.
I I mean, I believe. Yeah, yes, that's true.
You
But,
believe
like,
it, but it's severely inconvenient for you.
No, like I mean,
It
like
seems
I think that was
inexcusable.
something else, man. I think that was entirely something else.
Okay.
Either way, there's a Starbucks right by the Windsor Heights Walmart. You go through the drive-through. It's like sticker bombed.
Jordan,
What?
who or what do we dedicate this
I
podcast
didn't
episode
think
out to?
about that. This podcast episode goes out to my grandma.
Yeah?
She just had a surgery and she had most of her lower intestine removed.
Mm.
And then it goes out to my other grandma because she is about to have maybe a surgery on her back.
Mm.
And then, yeah, then
Gotta love old people when they play the part, you know?
Yeah, makes me sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Isaac, who do you
Yes?
make this podcast episode out to, baby girl?
Does it have to go to a person?
No, we
Oh,
we
good.
established that.
Yeah, then how about you say it right, you dumbass? Come on.
What do you make this podcast episode out to?
No, it's who or what do you want to make this podcast episode out to?
That's too many words.
Oh, shit. Well, you know. Interesting. This podcast episode goes out to the new arrangement that we have going on in this podcast studio. I don't know how long it's going to go, but Jordan and I equally like it a lot. I do have some decor issues to go through. But things are looking a little optimistic here.
Maybe put some of these over there. I don't know.
See, I don't want to move that Jose Canseco thing because
Why?
it's super hard to hang up. Plus, try finding anything stable to put nails in on these stupid ass walls right now.
Huh.
But yeah, do we end this?
Yeah, amen on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Amen.